We are about to see one of the greatest bull runs in history for crypto, and this is why I believe that. In this video, I'm going to be comparing the altcoins chart to the DXY. Make sure to stick around to the end. This is an important video. But basically, what I'm going to be comparing is, if we look at the previous two cycles, the exact same thing played out 2 times in a row. And what happened is, this green bar, which is at about 100, when the DXY made a move to the upside and found resistance at this $100 mark and then came down, this is when we've seen massive bull runs for crypto. So as you can see, in 2017, the DXY peaked just above this $100 mark. And as it made a massive move to the downside, crypto actually did the complete opposite. So crypto is directly inversed to the DXY. As this goes down, crypto went parabolic. And then the exact top for crypto was the exact bottom for the DXY. And then during the next cycle, the DXY also peaked just above this $100 mark during COVID. And as this made a massive move to the downside, crypto did the same thing that it did the previous cycle. It bottomed and made a massive parabolic move to the upside. So 2 times in a row, these were completely inversed. When the DXY goes down and the value of the dollar against other world currencies is going down, that's very good for crypto. More capital is able to flow into the markets. But if we look at the current cycle, this has been very interesting because the DXY went so high. Because we had such bad inflation, the Fed had to start pulling liquidity out of the market and raising interest rates really high. That's why the dollar's value against all the other currencies in the world went up significantly. And that's not very good for the crypto markets. But as we can see, this peaked with its all-time high back in September of 22. It dropped down, and then we used this $100 mark as support. But then we broke under, and now it's being used as resistance. So I think we are kind of in the same territory that we were in 2020 and also in 2017. This $100 mark is being used as resistance again. And if this level holds as resistance and the DXY continues to go down, which I expect to happen, we're going to see a massive bull run for crypto. So I very much believe that March is probably the peak for this, and it's going to go from 100 to about 90, where it went to in the previous cycles. Who knows? It doesn't have to go to exactly 90, but maybe somewhere around this level. You better believe that if this happens, we're going to see a huge run for altcoins. And then if we go back and we use a timestamp tool, we can see that this first time from the peak to the bottom, it was about 30 bars, which I'm on the 2-week chart. So just times that by 2, that's 60 weeks. So 60 weeks is just over a year. So, I mean, that's really not that long. A lot can happen in a year. We can have a massive bull run in 1 year. And then the next cycle, I believe, was very similar. Yeah, it was about 30 bars as well. So a little bit longer than a year. So if this time around, we see about 60 weeks of the DXY going down, that would put us at about April of 2027. Which would align very well with my thesis that crypto could be topping in Q1 or Q2 of 2027. And then if this is the peak for the DXY, then that would definitely be the bottom for crypto. And if this is the bottom for crypto and the DXY actually falls down to this 90 level mark, which I fully believe it will, the altcoins chart is going to go from wherever it's at now, 175 billion, to literally trillions of dollars. So you better believe that altcoins are going to go absolutely parabolic if this stuff plays out. This is not financial advice, but I think now is literally the greatest time to accumulate altcoins that we've seen since 2020. So in the last 6 years. So I think right now we really have to look at these markets and start taking advantage of the prices we've been given for crypto. Because I'm not going to go over in this video, but the business ISM is beginning to expand again. So when we have the business ISM expanding, interest rates coming down, and the DXY losing value against other currencies in the world, that is a perfect recipe for a massive bull run for crypto.